In terms of business, one of my favorites is Hormozy. That probably goes for anyone out there who could ever possibly even watch this. Any business guy out there. It's so easy to love Hormozy. He's young, he's good looking, he's rich, he's successful, he has so much content for you to consume and consume and consume and consume, and it just never ends. And one of my things right now that I'm gonna try is with Bubbie is simply doubling the output or the input. He always asks people, then they're like, I'm at 1 million and I'm trying to get to 2. And he's like, well, have you just tried doubling what you're currently doing? And a lot of these people, I'm sure there's some truth in that. When you get up to that level, you can't just double your 5 ROAS ad. If you're already spending $1 million a month on it, you can't just double it to 2 and expect to keep the same ROAS. The good part about my current size at Bubbie, in the current state of Bubbie, is that we are running extremely small and extremely lean. So there actually is a huge opportunity for us to simply just double our outputs. And I'm not like that jammed at the moment where I couldn't just double. And I know I can be doing a whole lot more. Like, if I'm being completely honest, I could do way more. But we're kind of bootstrapped right now, so I have to still work to pay ads, to pay shipping. And also the biggest thing is I don't really know what to do. I don't know how to do this stuff, and I'm sure I could figure them out 100%. But what I'm trying to figure out is how can I grow this thing at a pace where I seem like I can do it. Because me going from the $4,000 month we had in March to a $40,000 month, it's most likely not going to be, one, we don't even have the inventory for it, so we couldn't do it. And two, I don't think our creatives, I don't think our ads, I don't think our organics are good enough for that. And instead of me jumping from this to that, from what we're currently doing to good enough for $40K a month, I don't know, that to me seems way in a different realm. And I know there's a lot of people out there who will say 10x it, 10x this, have your goals be this crazy thing. And I'm sure that works for a lot of people. It seems like for me though, when I have something super crazy that out there that I know is possible, say the $40,000 a month, if I'm jumping from 4K to 40, that's not in my realm of comprehension. I'm sure there are some of you guys out there who can absolutely do that, which is great, and super awesome, but I am not one to be able to do that. So what I'm going to do, I don't know why my fucking Shopify is being so weird. They make so many things on this site so unbelievably weird. And I know people will say it's the best platform to build on. It is so fucking weird to work on this platform to me. I don't know what it is. Something about the UX is just so fucking shitty to me, and it drives me up a wall. But the plan for April, it is April 2nd here. It is Thursday, April 2nd, 2026. Last month, March, we did $4,290.57 in total sales, which was already up 113%. Crazy cool. We doubled from last month, from February to March, which is crazy. And I think we can double again from March to April, because we have the inventory, we have the creative, we have the ads. I'm the only one making the ads right now. We have the collective out there, and they're supposed to be making ads. And it's obviously my fault. I'm the head of household here. I am not a good enough founder and leader to figure out how to get that whole system to work. We're gonna move on from that, and which is fine. It is what it is. I'm getting it done with just me at this moment, and this might come back to bite me in the ass, because right now I'm learning how to make myself super productive at all these little things, when in reality all of the best founders are super good at finding the right people to do all the little things. Unfortunately, I think that's just one of those unteachable lessons, meaning it's just something I'm gonna have to learn from doing, from that mistake, from making that mistake. And I've done it once before with my home service business, and I seem to be heading down the wrong path again, but I just don't know how to do it, and I don't have the money to pay someone to teach me how to do it yet. So we're gonna go. I mean, honestly, I can easily do everything on my own right now too. It's not like I even need to outsource anything, pretty much. I was just trying to outsource stuff to make it a little bit more authentic with these other dog moms, since we are mostly a female focused company. But for some reason they have not been doing that well. We've only had like 2 or 3 sales over like 25 creative pieces, and mine have done, I mean, way more. I mean, over 10 times what theirs have done. I don't know what it is, and that's the thing. I'm just not good enough to figure that out at the moment. Not yet. I will figure that out. But going back to March, we had 1,570 sessions, which was up 50%. Pretty cool. And we also, from like March 11th to March 15th, maybe, or March 10th maybe to the 15th, there's a 5-day stint in there, call it a week, where I was trying to figure out how to run the ads from the Bubbie Shopify account, because we have like a finance account on there that all of our money is sitting in. And instead of me blowing $50 a day out of my own checking account or on my credit card, I just wanted to take it from there to keep things easy, keep things straight. And I don't know, that's just what I wanted to do. And so I turned it off of my account. I was going to turn it onto that account, and I couldn't figure out the sales tax thing. And then ultimately I figured out I didn't even need it, because you only need it if you're collecting from people in Iowa, and there haven't really been a lot of people from Iowa buying our stuff except for in the Black Friday event, which is fine, but you only need to start collecting at a certain threshold, and each state has its own threshold for X amount of, I think, orders and or revenue. So we're nowhere near any of those. I mean, it's like, I think like $100,000 for some states, and we're doing 4,300 total per month. So at that rate, we would need, I don't know, 2 years to from one state to even get into that. But either way, $4,290.57 in sales, and then we had 46 orders, which was up 100% as well. So we doubled the amount of orders, we over doubled the amount of sales, and we only went up 50% from the sessions. So that shows that either our ad creative is getting better because we're targeting the right people. Because if our sessions were up 100%, if we kept everything the same, our sessions were up 100%, and it would make sense for everything else to be up 100%. But the fact that our sessions are only up 50% and everything else is up 100% minimum, that shows me that I'm doing something a little bit better than the last month. And there's still so much stuff to test, but I think I'm starting to get an understanding of what kind of content is working for these ads and what kind of price points. I still want to try the $100 price point, but I think I might do that next month in May, because I just want to simply see the doubling of everything that I'm currently doing, to see if that is literally, because if I can keep doubling this thing, I would like to get it to the point where I can't double it anymore and then I have to turn to other things, because right now it is profitable. It's not wildly profitable, but it is profitable. And I would love to get it to the highest point of profitability, or the highest point where I can just continue to double and keep these numbers before I turn to other things, before I turn to someone to help me with the website, someone to help me with the design of the products, someone to help me with the advertising, with the content, with the outsourcing of the pack and ship. I don't know. There's 1,000 different things that you can optimize for, and I want to get to the point of, because right now I don't know what there's 1,000 bottlenecks right now, but at our current system, the bottleneck right now, the biggest bottleneck could be we aren't spending enough money. And so I need to spend and spend and spend to figure out what that bottleneck is. Then I need to fix that bottleneck, and then we can figure out what the next bottleneck is. And then we'll go up, and then we'll find that bottleneck, and then we'll probably go down, then we'll go back up, and then we'll figure out that bottleneck. And I think it's just this little, instead of me going from right down here to all the way up here in one go, I really struggle with that. I don't know how to do that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. But I do feel comfortable taking steps here. Boom, boom, this is working, this is working, this is working. Oh, this isn't working, this is working, this is working. Let's try this, let's do more, rather than start at 10 videos a month to 1,000 videos a month. Because one, I don't even have the ad spend for that. So I would like to, another concern I have for the business is, right now we're profitable, not wildly profitable, not profitable enough to double our order size, because I wanted to, right now we're at, our current order size is 250 units. That's 250 essential kits. It was supposed to be 500. I talked Nana down to 250. She's our supplier. Bless her heart for doing that. But we obviously paid the price in our COGS. It's much higher than what it should be, and now we have the fucking tariffs. So I'm trying to bring our COGS down, because I was trying to double our order, get up to that 500, which is the original MOQ. And then I was planning on selling through that and then going to 3 colors. I was gonna go baby blue, light pink, and the black. So you kind of have a boy, a girl, and then a neutral kind of cooler color, along with the food pouches, or the training pouches, black, and then blue and pink as well. But that's gonna cost like 50 grand to do that. And our first order, I think, was 12 grand. If we double it to 250 units, it's probably somewhere along the lines of 20 grand. But then there's tariffs at 10%, so then that's 22 grand minimum. We sell through that. Then the next order right there, boom, that's the one right there. That's, 50 grand minimum. Unless we're able to get 250 units of each, which we probably could, for a total of 750 units. But then again, that's 35 grand probably minimum. Then we need the 3 colors of the treat pouches, which those are significantly cheaper, to be honest with you. So that could be 10 grand. So, 45 grand then it's always more expensive than the rough estimates. Trust me, it is always more expensive. But so we're looking at 45 grand, and that's we can't do that right now. And so the other idea is to bring on an investor, bring on some sort of outside investment, whether that's a small business loan or an investor or money from family and friends. I don't know how that all works or what that even looks like. I know I could get that done, but I want to prove that this thing works and that I have the skills to get this done before I just lump 50K into something. And now it is working right now, but I want to really be able to take this to an investor. Right now we're at 4K a month. If we can get to 8K next month, that's decently solid. I think where investors or people would start to kind of want in, where I would kind of essentially create our own demand for getting into this project, is if we can double again to 16K a month. That would be huge. From the time let's look at the numbers. So right now we're doing 4K a month. That's $48,000 a year. If we can double that, we're doing $96,000 a year. That's on 8K a month, which that's pretty cool. But that's still not 100. And so I feel like once you can get to, if you can get to 16 grand, that's $192,000 a year. And that to me, that is realistic to me. I know I can do that. I won't be able to do that on this current supply that we have, this current inventory, but I did the 4K a month on our current inventory. We had 46 sales. We've got like 150 units left. And so if we double that again, that's what, 83 sales or 86 sales a month. And we could do that almost twice. So I know it's possible, and because it's also a little bit easier because it's not that wild. It's not that jump from 4K to 40K. And I know I can do it. Our conversion rate was up 29% as well at 2.75%. I guess that was from the kind of the weird, 2.87%. So even a little bit better, up 37%, which again, that's a cool stat to see, because that shows right there that we're better at finding the right crowd, we're better at showing them what they need to get, and we're just better at closing and finding the right clients and closing those clients is essentially what comes down to those two things. And let's go back to the Facebook or the Meta Ads Manager. I want to see what we are currently spending a month. I don't even know how the hell this thing works. Ads reporting. I'm super new to Facebook Meta Ads Manager as well. Oh, here we go. I think I found it. March 1st to the 31st. Okay, let's see. So from, okay, this isn't even that crazy. So from the 1st of March to the 31st, we reached 28,000 people. We had 55,000 impressions. We had a frequency of, 1.92. That's the average number of times each account center saw my ad. Each account center? I don't know what an account center is. But we spent $1,291 on ads. So that means we're just going to round it up to $1,300. This month we need to spend $2,600 on ads. I'm simply gonna, oh wow, you can look at gender. Oh yeah, so we're showing this to over 80% female, which I think that checks out. But we did have a good amount of dudes come in and swoop this stuff up. Sorry, I was just writing down some ideas that I had for ads because I need to go crazy on the ads. That's pretty much it, honestly. That was for, I mean, yeah, $1,300. So we spent $1,300 to make $4,300. So we are up $3,000, but then, so what we made, like $1,500 after everything, I believe. Which, look, that's the thing right there. 1,500 times 12, I mean, that's like nothing. That's not even, that's like living in poverty. Yeah, that's 18 grand. I'm pretty sure that is below the poverty line. I don't know what it actually is, but it's gotta be. And that's what I'm saying. Like, no one's gonna invest $50,000 into a company that is profiting 18,000. Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. But I think we can double this thing. I think we can double this thing. It's gonna take the spending of the ads every day is the tough part for me, because there's some days we got 7 sales, some days we get 5 sales, some days we get no sales. That's the toughest part for me. I wish we could get minimum of 2 sales a day, and which I guess we didn't even average anyways. 43 sales is not 2 sales a day, so we need to at least get up to 60 sales to have 2 a day average. I think we can do that. I really, really think we can do that. Man, this is a 21-minute video already. That's okay. I think we can do that. Well, there was one more thing I was gonna check. Oh yeah, I was gonna check how many Instagram posts we made in March as well, because I know we can double that. I know we can easily double that. That's the easiest double of all time. I mean, maybe not super easy, but it's relatively easy.
I'm confused how people just drop
off. Greatness at any cost. Nice. So, okay, going back to, fuck that guy anyways. He's a loser. Alright, let's see. So, we also had 40,000 views on the Get Bubbie Instagram in the last 30 days. That's really cool. That's a lot of views. That was March 11th. That was March 5th. Alright, so let's see. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need to get to 16 posts. And that also goes for all our platforms. Right now I'm just posting the same shit across all platforms. It just keeps it easy. I don't even know what to change regardless. But that's for that. And then let's go to March campaign to see how many pieces of creative. Honestly, I didn't even really have that many pieces of creative. I had 4 there and 5 here, so I had 9 total. We need to get to 18. Totally doable. I already have like 5 in the tank. And I have some other really good ideas. Okay. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna keep it here at 13, at doubling ad spend, doubling the posts, and doubling the ad creative. simply because I want to double the inputs. The other stuff is technically the outputs, the ROAS. I can't really control the ROAS. I can't really control any of the metrics from the creative. But what I can control is what I do. And that's the stuff that I'm going to be doing. And we're going to see what that looks like and go from there. So $2,600 ad spend, 16 posts, and 18 different ad creatives. I'm guessing I'll probably lump that into 2 sets of 4 and 2 sets of 5. I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll just do 4 sets of 5 at an equal 20. But the tough part there is that you need to test everything for like a week, and then the scaling of the ads part is confusing to me, because every time I've scaled, I go up like 20% every few days, and then nothing else happens, and the ROAS completely tanks, and then I end up shutting off the ad. So maybe instead of ad creatives, maybe I need to find winners, because I had 2 winners last month. I don't know if you can, that's kind of an output. I don't know, I'll look into that one. But that's pretty much it. That's the plan here for April. It's time to start moving this thing in the right direction. I know we're kind of in the right direction, but really, truly time to move this thing in the right direction, because I know I can do it. Okay, that is pretty much it. I'm gonna get this uploaded today and get to work. I have a to-do list here. I'm excited to get going on it, because I know I can do it. I know I can do it. Okay. All right. Love you, Mom.